score 40-36. While Judge Barbara Perez has it 39-37. All for the winner by unanimous decision, the crown jewel.
You know it's AB, always balling, always boarding, a lot of bills. You know what's going on, man. You know, shout out to Crown Jewels Boxing, man. You know, my people. You know, they get it in over there, straight up.
Lamar Peterson giving a shout out to CrownJewelBoxing.com.
YouTube, Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gem. I've been meaning to come on for a few days, do some shorts up, but really hadn't had time to sit down and make a video. I had to respond to Shakur Stevenson's virtuoso performance on last weekend. He has introduced himself to the lightweight division, namely Devin Haney, and he showed he's here and he's a force to be reckoned with. I've always picked Shakur to beat Devin, but he showed a new wrinkle in his game at 135. He showed that he's carrying some pop in them gloves now, which is yet another advantage that I think he has on Devin. So now I feel like he's a better boxer than Devin. I feel like he's a harder puncher than Devin. He has quicker feet than Devin and a higher ring IQ than Devin. Also, more marketable than Devin, more athletic than Devin. Like, he's just going to be the bigger, better star than Devin. So I agree, or I see why Devin Haney's energy is different when it comes to Shakur Stevenson when his name comes up. He's not so anxious to get in there with him because he's outgunned in pretty much every category when it comes to Shakur. Also, Shakur's grandfather, Wally Moses, I got to commend him. He's not somebody that's always trying to jump in front of the camera, and when he does, he usually speaks very humbly. He shows a high level of humility. He has a lot of confidence in his grandson and the work he's done with him, but he never disrespects the other fighters who are his grandson's competition or adversaries the way like a Bill Haney does. And I have to commend him for that. I think he understands that the fighter's the star. He's cool with that, and he doesn't have to show up another fighter to make his grandson look good because his grandson is doing a very good job of marketing and promoting himself on his own and doesn't need his trainer, father, grandfather, stirring a narrative and jumping in front of every camera and on every mic possible in order to promote him. So kudos to Wally Moses. Now, after the fight, Shakur Stevenson was very direct, didn't miss any words. He wants Devin Haney. And not only did he say he wants Devin Haney, that friendly stuff that was going on back and forth between them is out the door. He said he felt like he was going to wash Devin Haney. He said Devin Haney has no power and has never hurt anybody. I mean, those are big words from a guy who has one fight at lightweight towards the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. But the thing is, I agree with him. Jersey stand up, Shakur talk your ish. He said Devin ain't got nothing for him. He feel like it's going to be an easy fight. He also said he's always got the best of Devin. So the gloves are off. Like I said, those of us that have been paying attention, we realize that that energy that Bill and Devin Haney display when other fighters' names come up is very, very different when Shakur Stevenson's name comes up. And it's obvious. It's not even something they can front about. So now with that win, that knockout win on last weekend, he's made himself the WBC #1 contender. And as he said, if Devin is able to beat Lomachenko, which is not a given, he's going to have two choices. He's got to fight Tank Davis or he's got to fight Shakur Stevenson or vacate and move up. But either of those three scenarios, I don't see Devin Haney being a lightweight champion of the world much longer because I think he gets stopped by Gervonta Davis for sure because I think, you know, Gervonta's just too big of a puncher. He's not going to be able to go 12 rounds without taking a big shot. And I'm leaning towards Shakur stopping him at this point too because I think Shakur's a little bit stronger. He's a better boxer, much sharper, quicker hands, better defense, high ring IQ. I'm just excited, very high on this young man, Shakur Stevenson. I think we need to come up with a new name for Shakur. He needs to be the surgeon. That's right, Shakur the Surgeon Stevenson, the way he's picking these opponents apart. Let's drop down a little lower. In the same division, the guys just under them top level guys. Keyshawn Davis picked up another victory. Upon picking up his victory, he subliminally called out Frank Martin. Frank Martin responded he wanted to fight. Keyshawn responded, okay, let's make it happen. That is a very intriguing fight for those next up-and-coming challengers at the lightweight division. That's a pick'em fight for me. I like Frank Martin a lot. I like Keyshawn Davis a lot. I think that could be a Virgil Ortiz, Andre Berto type war. I can't wait to see it. I hope the fight really does happen. And I'm really pleased to see a lot of these young fighters learning to use social media to their advantage. It can be a detriment to them, but it can also be a huge advantage. And I think right now, with them engaging each other, bringing attention to each other, and marketing potential fights coming down the line, it's a huge asset to them. And that's one of the reasons why the YouTubers are so big. You get mad at Jake Paul and his brother? Well, they use social media to market themselves. And I think if boxers take a page out of their books and do the same thing, they will have the same results, maybe even bigger, because they're much more talented, and the general public will know what they're looking at when they see them fight. So kudos to them. So a lot of action in the lightweight division. I think Shakur Stevenson, like I said, introduced himself in a big way. I think at this point right now, he's the #2 lightweight in the world, in my opinion, and it's very close. I got Gervonta Tank Davis as the king of the division. I got Shakur in a very close second. Devin has the belts, but to me, he doesn't pass the eye test when it comes to those two other guys. I just don't see him as a better nor more entertaining fighter than either one of them, which is why him and Gervonta are fighting in the same city, weeks apart, and Gervonta's fighting in an actual stadium, and Devin is fighting at the actual casino's venue. That just goes to show you right there, they're on two different levels of marketability. And like I said, I think a lot of the vitriol that comes from Bill and Devin Haney is just straight jealousy. Because, I mean, I can't blame him. It has to hurt to be undisputed champ, hold 4 world titles in weight class, and undefeated. And there's another fight in your weight class that's bigger than the title defense you're about to make. That has to be a blow to the ego. But I also would like to see them just put their big boy pants on and see it for what it is. Some guys just have the it factor. Holyfield beat Mike Tyson twice, but he was never able to eclipse Mike Tyson as a star. Some guys just have that it factor, and Tank has it. It's nothing the Haneys can say to discredit him or stop the public from loving him or make them love himself more. It's not going to happen. You don't have that star power. He does. You don't have that knockout punch. He does. PYP. Play your position. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Until next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, your ass off the floor. Peace.